What do you think of that? It's always a little bit impromptu. I'm Juicy Jen. I hope you're dining and you have a cup of your tea. Here's the green screen. That's awesome. Open my 2700 mech that I just got. It's cool. I've had it a few days and I just didn't stuck it back in there, and we're gonna take this build, put some more wick on it, and I'll show you the close-ups and everything. I want to thank everybody who was in the audience, and all of you guys are so great. Chat is so active. I'll just read a few names just off the top of the list here. I want to thank Michaela and James and Eric and Todd, TD Wester, Roan, Robbie, Chili Dog, myself. I was in there. Thank you to me, Eric Smart, all you guys. You guys are great, and good morning to you. You guys are having a great Saturday morning. I am having a nice one. You guys, it's not Ultracoils. It's on the Karat RDA because maybe Karat will. John, ask him. Let's talk. Skipping. I can't explain. From my end, everything seems so fine. They're going to tell me if it's okay. What do you think? Is it back? It isn't back. I don't know what to do at this moment. Tell me if it's gotten any better. I guess. It comes and goes, huh? So bizarre. Well, let's try it again while we can. I want to get this thing out, and God, that's so irritating. I'm so sorry about that. This technical problem. The computer. Designed by Ultracoils, manufactured by iJoy. This thing is got them doing. Remember that if you don't understand and how it is and everything, your own builds. They include a cool little kit that's got some O-ringy type things, some cool dual fused coils that are in here, a whole bunch of cotton and stuff. Full of coils, Ultracoils, and these are made by Ultracoils, obviously, and these are awesome, and that is what's inside this thing right now, and these are dual nichrome 80. The mod comes with its own 2700 battery, which is so great. You guys know I'm the biggest killer. Hey, Double D, it's great to see you. And it ships with a little covering on it. I guess I should focus off. Go. And it comes with a little covering here. I didn't open this one yet because I wanted to open it and show you guys. I have many of these batteries, including a couple of these right here, because you guys know I love the 2700s, and I use my Captain, which is a 2700 mod, all the time. So let's get the mod out of here, and it's cool little RDA. It's got an RDA on it called the Casaa RDA. That back here. Got that. This thing is so shiny, it is unbelievable. I have worked so hard not to. I've been carrying it for a couple of days, and I carry around this little microfiber cloth to keep it clean. And you can see it still has tiny little micro scratches on it just from carrying around. It was perfect when I got it. But still, I love this thing. It's 24 karat gold plated. It's a super simple device. I'll unscrew the atomizer just to show you guys that first. Should take the cap off. It is an Ultim cap, they say. And it looks like it's two pieces that were fused together, but they don't come apart. So it comes apart as one top piece, which is pretty nice. It has a dual Cyclops airflow. The actual RDA, let me zoom back up here. The actual RDA is a two-post velocity style RDA that has big Phillips head screws and large holes. So it's got really nice large post holes and two huge posts that are way far apart. But there's the positive post. These are the fused Claptons that are in there. I put an extra wrap on those, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5 wraps each. 6 wraps if you count them that way. And you'll notice that it just has a couple of side vents to push the air up into the cap and a huge well. That's it. This is a really cool old school RDA that gets away with bottom airflow. That gets away, or kind of side bottom airflow. That gets away with not having much leaking because this thing comes to the side. It's actually really good, kind of tidy, really small. It's got a double thick Ultim top, so it's really kind of insulates you from the heat pretty well. And it even accepts 510s, even though you're going to laugh. This looks terrible. You can stick a 510 in it. It's a correct size. So for those of you who want a little more distance or whatever, I did that and actually vaped great. I'll pop this top off. Oops. And then we'll pull this thing off and build on it. And first, I'll give you a tour of the mod, though. We'll get this on. Boom. There we go. I love this thing. Okay, so we'll get this. Now we'll take a look at the mod. The mod is so shiny. Look, you can see my camera in there. That's my Logitech C615 that I use for the desktop camera. I use a C922 for my top cam up here. Hi. But on the desk. So you just can't clean this thing enough. So it looks better than it does close up. So you guys are seeing this super close up where you see every flaw. It looks much better when you're just carrying it around, but it's pretty funny. The design is really simple. It has one little flaw. You'll notice that it kind of rattles a little bit, and I'll tell you about a way to fix this in a second. The top is a magnet. You'll see that it has a sleeve design, splits apart in the middle. Then you just put a battery in there. There's a sleeve inside here. So you just put a battery in the sleeve, put the sleeve in the bottom. This serves as the button. And then on top, there's a magnet, a double magnet, repelling each other in there. Very simple. Has a light touch. Oh, you see? Oh, and it took the magnet off the glue. How about that? That's wild. Yeah, I flipped that over and the glue pulled it out of the magnet. So the way this works is that that's a magnet and this is a magnet and they repel each other. And you'll notice that these totally repel each other. So that's how the entire thing works. This is in a little plastic sleeve. This looks to be Delrin or some other heat resistant type of plastic. That slides in the top. You screw in this little guy, which like I said is completely resisting. Because there's two magnets, two strong magnets opposing each other. A lot of mechs work this way. This is my preferred way. I don't like springs personally. And then you screw this on here, and that magnet keeps your battery from going up to the top. And when you press this thing, the magnet repels it, and it works when you click on the little button. You notice that there's a little bit of play in this. You hear that? So there is a way to fix that, and it's really easy. And what they need to do is make this sleeve have a little Delrin insert or something inside here, kind of like the top of this. You see how the top has a Delrin sleeve and it makes it down a little bit? This needs to be have a little bit of a sleeve in it. But here's what I did. I just wrapped a really small piece of a paper towel. Oops, sorry. I just wrapped a really small piece of a paper towel around my battery at the very bottom. And then coaxed metal sleeve over it. This is just a real small piece of paper towel. And the thing is, you can't have paper towel sticking out because this thing screws into the... So that didn't work that time. I'm going to pull a little off. Try again. But this is what I've been doing for the last few days with this little guy. Is just adding one tiny piece of paper's thickness to the thickness of it. And that's just enough. So stick that in there, and then it screws in. Look. Well, there's a little bit of play, but not much. Now it doesn't really rattle when I carry it around. So that's the super shiny mod, which is killer. Let's throw some wick in this and then vape on it because the vape's really great. This should be about 0.09. What I have in here. It is a fused Clapton, made of nichrome 80. I'm using Texas Tough because Texas Tough is my favorite. And this is a 2.5mm coil. It should not be tough. Yeah. Get this wicked up quickly. Love this stuff. I don't even need this much. This little RDA uses big Phillips head screws. It's super easy to build on. I didn't have any problems with it. Oops. Problem. I like how the Phillips head screws are large. That was really easy to work with, I thought. Get in there, boy. Good. Gonna take another one, peel a little off. In this case, the amount of cotton that you need for this one is just enough for them to meet in the middle. There's a big giant place right under the post where the positive post screws in, and you can just put cotton so that it just touches that. And I shall illustrate on a second. Come on there, buddy. Get on in there, little buddy. Go on now. Y'all line up on over here. All right, there we go. Now we're going to need us some cotton. Guys, what did I do with my scissors? Ah, my cranes. Snip. One side first. And I just want enough to get to the middle. Touch. There we go. Wow, someone's scissors are getting dull. By someone, I mean me. So let me resize. Good. Good. This one. They really don't need to be long, y'all. Really don't need to be long. Shorter wicks are going to behoove you. Okay. Now, I say that we use Van Gogh Vape's Coffee Shop Apple Fritter because it's freaking delicious. I love this stuff so much. I love it. I have to touch this. Do. You. Touching you, touching you, touching you. Touching you, touching you, touching you. Okay, now let's fold that inside there. Seriously, they're easy. They just fold straight up in. Oops. Little piece of metal filled. And I just point the end so they meet in the middle. That's my only trick here. There's no trick, in fact. This is a very simple thing to wick. I go straight in. Always curving so that my orientation strands all the way through, like a big U shape through them. And then in the middle, they just barely touch, and I push them just a tiny bit so that they go up towards the middle. Turn it around. See what I did there? You see they just barely touch. They're kind of pointed to the middle. Because that's, after all, where most of the dripping is going to go. And these little slanted sideways air channels are pretty cool. They do a pretty good job of doing a little concentration for the air, and then, but not allowing e-liquid to leak all out, because they're actually on the side. They're not on the bottom. This is only strange because it's left-handed. I know that looks funny, but for me, this is weird. I'm using my left hand. Only because of the camera. If it weren't for that, I would just do. Then push them so they stick up the side. This is all just to absorb e-liquid and bring it up to the coils at the rate we want. Okay, so we're pointed towards the middle. I might actually put more cotton in this later, but not much. Okay. And now we're going to throw this thing on the actual atomizer. I love it. I love it. Coming out of my vape nut stand. If you guys don't know, this was vape nut with 2 T's.com. Oh, there they are. Love this thing so much. It's 1.2 pounds of steel. All right. Hey, Martin Futrell, how are you, buddy? Just working on the Ultra from iJoy. Over dripping is not a huge problem with this thing because it has a dual O-ring setup, a tight ultim cap that goes below the airflow, and it's got plenty of space in the well. I may have put a little too much in there still. It's fine. There you are. That's it. Let me wipe it off real quick and then I'll fire it. Give it a quick. All right. Yeah, thing works great. Let's go up and vape on it. Oh, yeah. Boom. Hope my entire broadcast doesn't go south because I decided to come up here and vape. This thing has great flavor. It's a real low profile RDA. Let me show you what it looks like with my Goon LP on here, or at least a size comparison between them. I got my Goon LP on my other vape nut stand. You see that the Goon LP fits on here beautifully and is actually a little bit, larger than this thing, which I could not believe. I guess it's not actually. It's a little bit shorter. Oh no, that's where it goes. They're almost exactly the same size. The Goon LP works on here beautifully. No problem. I have almost exactly the same build in here. It looks fantastic. Except that the silver ring is stainless steel on my LP. And the other one, this is the Karat RDA from Ultracoils. It goes on the Ultra and it matches it perfectly. So, you know, I'm the kind of person who likes the LP in the first place. So I've been using this thing just like it is with the Karat LP and everything, and I love it. I think it's great. Martin's got all the kids today. Wow. Good luck to you, buddy. Try to stay sane, my. This thing cost between 50 and 70 bucks, I think, on the internet right now. This thing only just came out, so the prices are going to fluctuate a lot. I think they're just about 65 bucks. It comes with a 2700 battery. These 2700 batteries from iJoy are rated to 30 amps. So almost anybody's going to be happy with this. It's a little spendy because it's 24 karat gold plated. So it looks super fancy. But I love this thing. I think it's great. I've been carrying it for a few days. It's hard to keep shiny. The 30 amp battery works beautifully with the Ultracoils. Ultracoils did a good job with the basic design of the RDA. It's just Phillips head and one cap made of Ultim, so you can keep it low profile. I really dig this thing. I think it's great. And I'd say that it's worth the money if you want something that's shiny. If you don't want something that's shiny, look for something in brass. But if you want 24 karat gold plated, then this is nice. It's not too much, really. What was it, 65 to 80 bucks or something? Yum. Flavor is good, real good. I like the fact that I can close up the airflow. I like the scoop airflow because it gives you a little bit of concentration and you don't really have a ton of problems with it getting too hot because you can see right through the Ultim cap. Let me show you. Or no, I'm sorry, not hot. I mean dry. Like you can see the Ultim cap lets you view right through this thing. So I can tell that's getting a little bit dry, right? Not quite, but hey, why not, right? Good drip. Camera's really close. Dual O-rings do a good job. I've got that tightened up real tight there for my tight draw that I prefer, as you guys well know. Works. I love this thing. It's tiny, it's lightweight, it's got thin walls. The suggestion I would make is that they tighten up the battery grip a little bit. I know that it's hard to tell what's going to be what, but I would say even a little silicone ring. Just include a little tiny, really thin silicone ring to put in there. That would let you vary the size of the battery. Be kind of cool. Yum. Yeah, I dig this thing. I'm into it. So I want to thank iJoy. I want to thank Van Gogh Vapes. I want to thank all of you because you guys are great. We're going to have a chat here in the audience all together and just chat about this thing. I don't know what else to say about this thing except for I just like it and I think the RDA is great. You can get these as heaven gifts, I'm sure, eventually. I don't know if you can get them now, but you will be able to eventually. I actually don't know where to buy this now because it just came out, but you'll be able to find out soon. So I'm Orbital Vaping Headquarters, Juicy Jones, Juicy Jones HQ. Thank you guys for tuning in. Let's chat in the chat box. I'll put up the titles. VapeAM, iJoy, Ultra Kit. Love that. How are y'all? Looks like, what do we have chat about? We got chat about the Tony B Squonk box. No, I wasn't going to buy one. It's really just because I'm broke, not because I don't want one. I'd love to have one. Let's see. Some people think that the price of this thing isn't too bad. And I know that I did get some feedback that it was high. So, you know, opinions are going to be varied about that, I think. Martin said 7 kids. Oh my God. Tell me you guys have coffee, right? I didn't know you could see my light in the frame. That's so unprofessional. Michaela got our Milk Plus from Bonsai Vapor today. That's cool. And Brady says his loaded apples and cranberry came in. That's cool. It could be overpowering, but it sounds good. Hopefully it's creamy. Vape Newbie had to go. Oh, too bad. Hi and bye. Good to see you. Hey, Kilter Rob. That is yummy. And even though this is a hot build, this battery is a good battery, so it doesn't get too bad. And you can orient your mouse so that the coils are on the sides and you really don't get, even if it's really hot, it doesn't get bad. The button is extremely easy to press. Love it. Oh no, don't mess up my green screen. Oh no, no. Let's see, what else did I miss? How did the mesh work out? I hate that thing. I detest that atomizer. I cannot get a good vape out of it. The OBS Ceto, or no, I'm sorry, the Cthulhu mod Ceto, cannot get a good vape out of it. So I just am ashamed, but it was just all awful. Double D's, work was bad, so she took the day off to get drunk. That's great, good for you. Did I tell you guys we've been going and using our Movie Pass? If you guys don't know Movie Pass, do Movie Pass. It is absolutely amazing. I wish I could give you a link. I can give you a link. I'll post it from my phone into the chat here on YouTube. Movie Pass is absolutely amazing. It's $10 a month, and you can go to your theater and you open up the app. They mail you a MasterCard. It takes about 3 weeks or a month to get the card, but you get a MasterCard in the mail, your name on it, and then it only works for one thing, and that's with the app. So you go to the app, and you get a you reserve a ticket at your local theater or whatever, then walk up to the kiosk and you buy the ticket with that credit card. And then they just charge up the price of the ticket right then when you order it up. You have to be within a few feet of the theater and some other stuff. I love it. I got to log back in here. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Password, please. There we go. And so you can go to one movie a day. You can't go to 3D and you can't go to special features and stuff. But we've been going to a movie a day. It's amazing. Okay, here's the invite thing. I'll go to my YouTube. Come back to you. Okay. Jesus. Here's my Movie Pass invitation. Love it. Movie Pass is awesome. Okay. Let's see. Martin, remind me. Oh, the other mesh one. I don't know. I am now not going to get that one because I got the one I got. I mean, I don't see how it's going to help. The mesh, it's too hot, too fast, too spitty, and you have to keep the cotton. I just don't like it. I just don't like it. Not without like a spring or something, a mechanism to push the cotton up against the stainless steel, because the cotton stays wet, but it doesn't travel into the stainless steel fast enough unless you put way too much of it in there. So it's super spitty, and I just fucking hate it. I hate it, hate it, hate it. Hate that vape. Hate the way it tastes. I mean, it's awful. And maybe I just don't get it. How I feel like I just don't get it. The thing makes me feel stupid, and what it is, I just don't like it. Michaela, it's for any movies that the theaters show. Like we live within a quarter of a mile of two major theaters, 11 and 16, the Meridian 16 and the Pacific Place 11. And we live within 2 miles of several other theaters. Even little theaters around here support it. So your theater has to take the MasterCard and reserve the ticket. But so far, we've been doing pretty good. The theaters are kind of like, oh, no, we shouldn't do this. But they send you an actual card. So in cases where it hasn't worked, people have just talked to the owners. And the owners have been like, oh, okay, we'll get that worked out. Because MasterCard is sponsoring all this stuff. So yeah, I'll tell you what I've seen in the last week. In the last week, here's my viewing history. I've seen Mother, American Assassin, Logan Lucky, Dark Tower, which don't have thumbnails for some reason, Thinking City, Capsule Odyssey, which was awesome. We saw it on opening night. We saw Dunkirk, Wonder Woman again, Atomic Blonde, and Baby Driver, and we're going to see a lot more. And that's just since the 4th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's 10 movies in 12 days that we've seen. We're going to a movie today. Yeah, so I love it. And the Meridian 16 up here has those reclining seats with trays. We sit in those. It's so awesome. Amazing. Barton, all-time favorite RDA? I mean, I don't know. I think my all-time favorite is probably Lagoon. Probably. But no, not. It's hard to answer that, but I can tell you which one I use the most. And the one I use the most recently is my AIM 9 RDA from AS Vape. I'm using this thing all the time. I like this thing a lot. It's a little messy on the bottom. Like it gets a little weepy and messy, and it's bottom air, but the thing works great. And the top is good. You can't replace the top. Kind of a purist thing. I think my Goon LP is probably my favorite RDA. Hey, one day, Zame. SigPet Eco RDA. The SigPet Eco is wait. I have a SigPet, but it isn't an RDA. It's a clearomizer tank. My Eco Pet is a clearomizer. Correct me if I'm wrong. Oh no, or does it have an RDA? I can't remember. I have an Eco. It's over there on the rack. TD Wester. I know, you know, it's weird that I really typically don't like them, but I got this one recently, and what I like about it is that it's well made and that it uses, and this might just be me, but I like that it uses Allen keys. So you see, I popped this thing, and I have these Allen keys with handles, and it's so freaking easy to get in here and tighten these. And so a little bit of it is my bias that it's incredibly easy for me to build on this thing. And it's also pretty lightweight and it's pretty decent looking. Also, it works great on this gold thing, by the way. I can show you guys. Oh, it works great on the Ultra. You want to scratch it? Totally works great. People are coming in with their favorites. Favorites are Buddha Mini, Smock Big Baby, or Baby tanks. Good one. Where's Fuck V8 stick? Those are great though. Hey, one day's AMA. It's great to see you. Greetings. Yeah, you guys should see Martin's got some serious grill going on. He looks good too. They're nice. As well have some style, dude. I know people probably judge you a lot, but I mean, whatever. I'm not very judgmental. I see most stuff like that as decorative, and so I don't. People with tattoos and grills and piercings and junk. I'm just like, whatever. I like it. You get to express yourself any way you want, and I think your story is badass. Personally, I have a cool MMA. Igbet Eco RDA 24 millimeter. I don't. Mine is a clearomizer. So let me take a look at it. Is what I'll do. Because I did a video about the clearomizer, but not about the RDA. Yes, I'm 18. Yeah. I mean, to me, I personally don't like bottom airflow with the holes like the Kennedy like that. So I would say that it's probably leaky. I have the OBS version sitting right here, and they're really similar. Really similar. And the Eco RDA has basically the same deck. So, you know, to me, I'm kind of ambivalent about it. I would probably go with something like the Cheetah 2 instead. The Cheetah 2 is another one that I use all the time, although the O-rings are pretty problematic. Michaela gets shit for having her nose pierced. It's like, why? Why do people give you shit? I know sometimes people don't want, I mean, You're allowed to express yourself any way you want. You can do whatever you want. You guys want, I mean, you're not restricted. Look at me. I wear a Yashimog and hoodies and live in Seattle. I express myself the way I want to, and you're allowed to do this. Yum. Yeah, I like the AIM 9. It's pretty darn good piece of machine. Pretty reliable. Pretty good. Like I said, a little bit leaky. Not leaky, but like weepy at the bottom. The O-rings, all bottom airflow things do this. So sorry. It's not the worst one. The worst one that I've got is probably my Lush Plus, probably. Pretty Beer says Cheetah 2 is his go-to dual RDA. I really like my Cheetah 2 quite a bit. Got like some weirdness going on with the top of my Ultra. Got like a spot. Gonna put my RDA back on. I really dig this little Ultra kit. I think it's great. Freddie says he wishes that his Cheetah 2 squonked. Yeah, that's cool, wouldn't it? He's super cool. Yeah, we're doing good for time. We got about 10 more minutes. So that's awesome. We're hanging out. I'm Eli Juicy Jones. This is Orbital Vaping Headquarters. Today I opened up the iJoy Ultra, designed by Ultracoils, made by iJoy. And it comes with this cool Karat RDA that's like a little 2-post guy with Phillips head screws and a dual airflow with scoop sides and a huge well. 24 karat gold plated, the whole thing, all the way through. And it uses a 2700 battery, which you guys know is my favorite thing. All I use is 2700 mods. I use my iJoy Captain. I use this little 2700 mech they just sent me. This is the iJoy Ultra. And I use my Anakin Oceanus. I love 2700. It's all I need. I've got 4, 6, 7. I've got 9 of these batteries. It's almost enough. Oh, Todd Wester says he has 2 Cheetah 2s. Yeah, they're great, right? I mean, I think we can all agree. Do you guys think the O-rings are a pain, but you still are okay with it? Is that how you feel about it? That's kind of how I feel about it. Like, the O-rings are a major pain, but it has such a great airflow. I love how smooth the airflow is. It's just unbelievable. That I sort of just can't stop vaping on it. I'm just putting a new drip tip in it. So I can vape on it here. Here we go. Cheetah 2. Mine's got 0.11. It's so smooth. It's unbelievable. A little hard to get the top off, always. I really dig this one. That's cool you guys like your Cheetah 2s. I am a big fan too. I think the O-rings, like I said, are kind of weird. Robert says his Mason's his go-to. That's cool. The Mason. Let's see, which drip tip do I want for the Cheetah 2? Cheetah 2 drip tip really needs my larger hex looking one, which I cannot find at this moment. The pain. That would be the best. Oh, there it is. It's in my goon. Right there in my goon. This thing has tight O-rings. So I bought this a third-party one. It's acrylic. This helps me pull the top off easier. There we go. Pulling the top off the Cheetah 2 sometimes is non-trivial. There should be a little bit more grip on this thing too to pull it out. Great though. Let's just drip in there. Wow. What I love about the Cheetah too is that you just can't make it leak. That is, if you've gotten the O-rings down, that can be a real challenge, I tell you. It has a humongous well. Humongous. Great airflow. Watch, please. Thank you. Thanks, Martin. You're the man. You're the man too. Let's see, one day's AMA says his only problem with RDAs is the screws to his musketeer. Oh, yeah, totally. Yeah. You got to buy not like number 1, number 2, and number 3 grubs and screws all over the place. Oh my God, Chili Dog, gonna send J-Bo $10 and a note asking nicely to make a 21-700 Cricket 3. You're so right, dude. You are so right. A 21-700 Cricket 3 would blow my fucking mind. Blow my mind. 21-700 is a slightly larger, 1 millimeter size larger than the 2700, and the cylinders are so reliable. They can also charge at 2 amps. These things charge at 2 amps, guys. Like, I charge these so fast, it takes no time at all. I love it. I always have charged 2700s. This whole generation of batteries is so great. Thank you, Elon Musk. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Love it. Oh, getting dry. Got a drip. Can't let it go dry. Thank you, Texas Tough, for being so awesome. Texas Tough is so great. It doesn't change shape. Stays in there. These had some nice colors on them when I test fired them. That's why they look all kind of weird and cool. Martin Fitzgerald just described himself. Yeah, he's a big black guy. Humongous. With a super cute family, I must say. He's cool. Martin, you're cool, dude. I love the diversity of our channel, too, because Double D's, you're also cool. Double D's is like, I imagine you're probably like right here on me, because I'm like 6.5 feet tall. Just this little thing. It's like a little thing. My girlfriend is also, she's not that little, I guess, but she's a whole head below me. So she comes up to about right here. My beard touches her hair. Like, beard. All right, where are we at? Oh, it's almost time. Almost time to go. Let me. Yep, getting there. Not quite. A few more minutes. Really dig this gold-plated pod. It's really fancy looking. Make sure that you carry this around in something soft, by the way. Don't put this in a pocket with change. Did you guys know? I don't like mechs because with springs, because the buttons are just too hard to press. And this one has a nice little magnetic button, and I love it. I should get a magnetic button for my rig. Double D says he's 5'1". Yeah, so you're a little thing. That's fun. One day's AMA. Yeah, if you've got cotton plants around there, as long as they're organic, as long as it's organic, you're all good. If they use pesticides, you don't want to do that though, because that will come into you. But if they're grown organically, fuck yeah. That's all you got to do. And I'm a big fan of, I used to use the organic cotton balls from Rite Aid right up the street, and I'm a big fan of Mooch. Mooch is really great, and I've done a few videos for you guys about how to do Mooch, how to use it properly, how to roll it for RTAs. It works beautifully for RTAs. Yum. I love it. Yeah, this thing is great. And you can, like I said, you can sort of see when it starts to get dry on through the Ultim. It's a 25 millimeter atomizer, 25 millimeter tube. Feels good. Yum. And look, I'm making some DIY. I've got a bottle steeping for me. I've got a bottle steeping for James Reeves. I'm going to send it to him. If he likes this, then we're going to make this DIY in huge quantities. And not huge, but whatever I can afford. And I'll give it out to you guys. Maybe we'll do a co-op thing where everybody just chips in a few bucks and we buy some bottles and ingredients and stuff. But I'm a little bit close to it. I've been vaping it for too long, and so I want to send it out. See what you think, James. And if you're into it, then go. I love this stuff so much. Yum. It's 80/20. It's a raspberry donut. Really good. Okay. I love all you guys. You guys are great. I'm Eli Juicy Jones. This is Orbital Vaping Headquarters, and the show's VapeAM. Come back. We're here once a week at least. I haven't been doing much lately because the summertime just makes me tired. But we'll be back to twice a week later. You guys are great. We'll keep chatting and chat here, and find me on Instagram, Juicy Jones HQ. Also find us on Facebook at Facebook.com/groups/Juicy Jones HQ. Thanks so much. Let's vape out. Thank you.